Now we're live. So I don't know what's happening. Okay. Hello. I am so sorry, guys. We are having super duper technical difficulties today. One, you see that I am by myself. Two, my producer, who we can usually hear, I can't hear her tonight. So she's texting me. Tina has not been able to get on yet. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm sorry I am late because it just told me that we weren't live. So I am here. If you're just joining me, this has never happened before, guys. I am Erica Alston Buck, your host for Climbing Out, the self-care podcast. I'm a little disheveled because I don't know what's happening. And each and every night, it is each and every Sunday night at 8:30. It is myself and my beautiful co-host Tina DeVoe, and we allow you guys to eavesdrop on a conversation between two good girlfriends talking about what good girlfriends talk about, and what we talk about each and every Sunday is date 'em all, sis. Tina and I are both single women in this dating pool that we've determined has P in it. And as we learn our lessons, we come back and report to you and share. So you won't make the same mistakes we're making, or you get the same blessings that we're getting. And if you are here and you've been here each and every Sunday night, you know that I am dating for the sake of dating, and Tina is dating with the intention of being married. And we are two very, very, very similar young women on two very different ends of the spectrum when it comes to this whole dating thing. Tina is in Andrea. Tina is in the thread and not. Do you see her? Guys, please hold tight with me. I have no idea what's happening and why Tina does. I am going to do this right now, Tina. Okay. Copy. Can I reply to Tina? I'm going to. Nope. Sugar honey iced tea. Look at that. That's Tina. I've copied the link. Andrea, I'm sorry if you are with us right now. You know this has never happened. I don't know what's happening tonight, but it is. Private chat. Can I do that with everyone in the studio? No, I don't want a private chat. I want to. I'm so sorry, guys. What? Okay. Whoa, girl! Let her in. Let her in. Let her in. I don't know, Tina. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what. I'm here. I'm here. Calm down. We're all here. We're all here. I'm here. And now I have feedback. Do you have feedback?
Oh, you still on YouTube?
Huh?
Are you still? You're on YouTube. Are you still there?
Feedback. Do you have feedback?
Yep. Okay. Hello. So I've been bumbling and stumbling and stuttering the entire time that you were not here. That's too much light. So we're excited to see you. We can't hear Andrea. We're having like major technical difficulties. I was on and then it said that I wasn't. So people are sitting here waiting. Hello, everyone. Hello. So I'm going to act like nothing's fucking happened and we're going to start over. Welcome to Climbing Out, the Self-Care Podcast. I am your host, Erica Alston Buck, and this is my beautiful co-host, Tina DeVoe. And each and every Sunday night, we sit here and we have a conversation about what good girlfriends talk about, and we just allow you to eavesdrop on the conversation. And just because the two of us are single in a dating pool full of minutia, we share our experiences on our topic, which is date 'em all, sis. I did have a chance to say that Tina is very intentional. Her agenda and Tina's mission and her desire is to be married. Meanwhile,
this one over here, not so much. She's just having a good time.
Somebody gotta stay available for y'all. So I'm just, I don't know why my camera. Why am I?
I can see you. You look good.
Okay. So people are here, and Tina. So our topic tonight is attention versus intention. You weren't here last week, and we missed you so.
I missed
All of
you.
our listeners and viewers know that you weren't here because you were on a week-long international date. I went to I went on a couple of dates this week. I had crab. I went to a hole in the wall. And meanwhile, you were where?
I was in Mexico.
Oh, that's cute. I ate crabs. I wanted to eat crabs.
Private beach, minding my own business. That's where I was.
Where were you?
On a private beach, minding my business.
I'm drinking water.
I don't even have nothing to drink. I don't know what I'm doing.
I got nauseous like right before the show started. So if you are watching, what I need you to do is tag a single girlfriend, because this is a good one tonight, people. We're talking about intention versus attention. We're talking about how to step up your dating game. If you are not getting what you want out of if you ain't getting what you want out here in these streets, out here in these single dating streets, we need you to listen up.
It's your fault. It's your own
fault. All your fault. Because even though we just said that Tina was on a private beach this past week, and I had crabs and listened to some honky tonk band and a hole in the wall bar, that's where I wanted to be. That's what I wanted to do. And I go and do what I want to do with who I want to do it with by choice. If you have been here, we've had many conversations about the many layers of this dating thing, and we talk about standards, we talk about expectations, we talk about intention, we talk about our non-negotiables, the boundaries that we set for ourselves, the type of man that we are looking for, the type of men that we absolutely will not even consider. So if you are not getting what you want, single women, while you're dating, it's all your fault. So
the big part too is that most women, I'm not going to say all, but most women have no clue what they want when they go on a date. They're just excited that somebody asks them out. You know, the guy's, maybe he's attractive, maybe he's a co-worker, somebody you've seen before. Like, you're excited to get dressed up and go on the date. But the big question is, what do you want from the date, right? So there's some days where I don't want to get dressed up. It's been a long day, or it was last minute, and I'm like, sure, I love to meet, but it was just jeans and a shirt, because if you're looking for all the extra, I can't. And they're like, yeah, okay, cool. I'm like, okay, great. Then there are other times where they're like, hey, do you want to come to this after 5 thing? And they're calling me at 3, and I'm like, oh, thank you so much for inviting me. I'm not in the mood for after 5. So whether you're inviting me or Obama is inviting me, I don't feel like going to an after 5. So I'll say, oh no. But if your event should end early enough, call me. I'll meet you somewhere after the event, because I don't feel like getting dressed up. And so it's not, you don't have to go on a date just because somebody invited you. You can say no. And you can also share your expectation. Like, where are we going to eat? Because if it's Fridays and I'm in a steak 48 mood.
And we've established that for the two of us, Fridays is an option for me. I don't even eat at Fridays with my kids. So I don't do chain restaurants. I mean, I'm
a good Longhorn girl.
And I was about to say that Tina is a Longhorn girl. She'll do that. But we also established, if a man calls you and asks you out on a date, and Longhorn is the first offering, that's not where you're going. That's where you go because you like the food, you like the bar. We all have that place that is, our spot, but my spot is not dating platform. No.
So and so the expectation becomes that for me, because I'm dating intentionally, right?
Mhm.
If you ask me on a date and I'm giving my time because I value my time, you're gonna have to value it too. So it's necessary to create a quality experience.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, I could just stay home and do what I'm doing on my own. Like I don't need company. I'm not looking for friends. I don't need to be entertained. And this is the new stages of dating. I'm not talking about you've been dating for a year
Right.
because I've been in relationships where it's midnight, we coming out the movies, and the only thing open is
Let's
a
go to the
Friday.
diner. Right.
Go to the bar, grab the diner or whatever. But I'm talking about in the stages of dating and meeting.
Now, my initial date is not going to be that, and
So the
if
topic
for a
is
second date, you're not going to ask that on your first one.
you probably not gonna ask me that for the first 10 dates. It's
That
gonna be
sounds
a
good.
good 10 dates before we sit down at a chain restaurant. So the topic, let's go back to the topic because I want to hear about your dates. I have limited information of what I can share about my 10-day date, but I have great information to share about my 10-day date. Or my 10-day vacation, my 10-day getaway, my 10-day escape, my 10-day adventure. I could call it so many things because I had such a great time. But
Oh,
intention versus attention. I've never been an attention girl. So you can like call me a million times and do I the attention doesn't catch me. I've been like that personally and professionally. I've made more money behind the scenes than I've ever made in front of the scenes.
uh-huh.
I like my own thing, privacy, right?
Yep.
So intention means that you're calling me, you're texting me, you're asking me questions, you're interested in me intentionally. It doesn't mean you're about to propose.
Right.
It doesn't mean there's pressure. You know, you gotta move in, you're not checking in, but you have chosen to intentionally get to know me, right? So I don't need the attention. I need the intention. So
Okay.
if you start texting me, hey love, good morning, that text needs to be intentional because I'm thinking that we're starting to build a conversation, a system, a rhythm, boom, boom. If you're just trying to give me attention to keep me in the loop and in the rotation of your women, you don't even have. I can save you some time. You can just call me when you want to see me. I'm good with that.
Right.
Like
Right.
you know, like if I cannot hear from you for 4 months. You pop up and tell you like, "Hey, I'm in my city. You want to go eat? Yeah, where you want me to be? Text me, bro. I'm having a great day, and when I leave the day, I'm going home. Ta-da! It's over. Here's the thing: women, it's partially our fault because we had the gold digger phase, right?
Uh-huh.
Where a lot of women were just using men to get, right? And so
Yep.
I get it. Men are tired and initially up front, they are the ones that are spending the most money. So I get it, right?
Right.
I tell guys that I meet like that, if you're burnt in that area, we shouldn't date. Because I'm not going to adjust my expectation because you picked some bad apples. Because you chose these women. Any woman that lets you take her, you've been taking her out for 6 months and
Right.
you wasn't getting nothing of what you wanted in return, that was you should have stopped at 3. Like that was all on you. It wasn't all her, but I digress. So intention versus attention. It's not easy to get my attention without being intentional.
Intentional. That's good.
So so that's the that was my silver lining. So my vacation.
One moment. Let's see. Uh, is there a relationship between intentionality and integrity and honesty in terms of being forthright about expectations?
Oh, absolutely. This. Did we research this person yet? Because we
We have
didn't.
not.
Okay.
I'm
Yes.
gonna ask one more time.
Oh.
Thames 308. Are you a
Is
man
there?
or a woman? That's the only question that has not been answered. So if you are here and you are here regularly, you know that I don't know if it's Thames or Thames 308 is here with us most weeks and always ask the best questions.
really does. So this is a great question because is there a relationship between I believe you can't be intentional without integrity. I
Right,
think I
right.
think
No,
authentic
or you're intentionally frauding.
well no because if you're frauding then you're manipulating. You're not being
Okay.
intentional. You're
So
being
intentional about your intentions.
it was
Right.
honestly.
Hey there,
Um,
Jackie and Novella and Ashley. Lots of people have jumped
okay.
on. We weren't live on my Facebook page, and we are now. So lots of people have jumped on because everyone wants to know about Tina's date. So great question we have right now is there a relationship between intentionality and integrity and honesty in terms of being forthright about expectations? So we have a part of what our ongoing conversation is. Uh, like I'm 51 years old.
I'm 48. I'll be 49 May 19th. The countdown
It's
begins.
coming. It's coming. Oh, where will I be? Where will you be?
Oh, Miko's gonna call you.
Okay.
We're all gonna be somewhere.
All
Yeah.
right. Okay. So we might be broadcasting live from somewhere else that Sunday. Jack is 66. But the reason I said our ages is because at this point, at this stage,
I can't do it.
it is baffling to me that hey
Is
Miko.
Mika on? Hey Mika, Mika, I told Erica you gonna text her about my birthday. Let's get it
Hey,
popping.
hey, Karen Brookins. Oh, we got lots of people here tonight. Okay, so I mean, at 51 and 48, almost 49, um, it is baffling to me that men are still playing the trying to get some game. Like it is bizarre out here on these streets. There are men in this age bracket, and not even just age, like socioeconomic, like in this tax bracket, in this zip code. The people that we engage with regularly are there are still people playing the game. And what we've talked about regularly here in Date 'em All Sis is although our images say a new approach to dating. This is not a new approach to dating. Men have done what Tina and I are doing for a very, very long time. And when we say date them all, we're not saying dating like Tina was just saying, any old person that asks you. You have to have a set of standards. You have to have some boundaries. You have to have some non-negotiables. You have to know what it is you're looking for. And what I always say, I believe that you shouldn't be looking for more than you producing. So
Wait. Let's go back to that line right there.
not go
Because that right there, that would save people a lot of heartache.
a lot.
Because I know women
Uh-huh.
who have decent jobs. They're not wealthy, but they have decent jobs.
Yep.
They live in a townhouse, so they don't have like these huge big houses. They drive a nice Mercedes. It's not the latest and the greatest. Take care of their kids. They're very well groomed, but they may be overweight, right?
Okay.
They want to date Idris Elba, the guy that's chopped up. And I'm like, baby, this man gonna want you to go with him to the gym because he's a gym rat. So
Yep.
he goes to the gym probably at least six.
This is very important, and this isn't shade because
No,
there's
it's not.
absolutely somebody for everyone.
And so
But when
when I tell this story, I give myself as an example. I wouldn't be good for dating like an NBA player or entertainer. So I
I'll
don't
take
want to be. I don't want. Yeah, I'll pass them. I don't want to be on the road following your career. Um, I still have my own dreams to chase, and we know that like a basketball wife or a lot of their dreams get deferred because they're supporting their husband, which I'm all in favor of. No different from being a preacher's wife.
her.
I'm not there anymore. So I wouldn't be good for you. And most NFL, and I mean, if they're current players, they're going to skew younger. I haven't done well, younger. So it's not a slight to say that you can't like what you like to see. But ladies and gentlemen, y'all have to be realistic. Y'all are wanting these things that you don't provide nor are you prepared to handle the person who shows up that you're waiting for. So if you are an average guy, and they're also average girls, so that's not a negative statement. But if you're the flip flop of the woman I just described, right? And you working a regular job, somebody like me and Erica is going to frustrate you because I'm going to jump on a plane whenever I feel like it. Vacation. I started this vacation when 4 days before I left because I have the ability to jump up and and go. And if you don't, there's a give and take once you get in it. But initially going in, you have to say, this is what I want and this is what I offer. And your wants should somewhat line up and complement what you offer.
Absolutely.
So you can't be I, I think women do it. I think women and men do it, but I think women do it more than men. Maybe it's just because I'm a woman, but I've met guys who just nice guys. I don't couldn't really find anything negative to say about them, like human wise, other than the conversation lacks depth because you lack experience. You haven't been many places, and so it limits us to what we can talk about. You're not well versed or educated, so intellect isn't there, and you want me to go play pool
And,
like on a regular basis, and that's not, you're not dating me because I don't like pool.
and it's funny. I had this conversation with a man yesterday about your expectations and just this exact same thing. I expect what I bring to the table and or more.
More.
And it's on that intellect piece. Um, don't nothing move on me without being mentally stimulated. I and we always
Look, nipples ain't getting hard, ain't nothing jumping downstairs.
if you're dumb as a box of rocks and fine, just I can't do it.
If you have not tapped into anything up here, I'm gonna be just as bored forever in a day.
And because I always say smart and funny. I like smart and funny. Because I really don't think you can be funny without being smart unless you're a clown. Like I think satire and wit requires a certain level of intellect.
Yeah.
And I think a huge piece of what women are missing, looking for this perfect man, is we need to be realistic. I know, like on like dating. I don't scratch my face. On dating apps.
It's an interesting comment on lack of depth. Yeah.
Yeah. Men are always like relieved when they see my profile. Ladies, if you are online dating, like right now on one particular app, I've got like 6,000 messages, and this is not an exaggeration. I don't check this app. It's the thing that I scroll 2, 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm awake.
Right.
Right. And so when I look, and then seeing 4,000 or 5,000 messages is overwhelming. So every now and then I go in, and whoever's caring, I'm like, oh, that's interesting. But it never, ever, ever fails. The men say, oh my God. Women are using filters, right? Your pictures on your online app, you're using filters. Women these are things not to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. You want to do a couple of Snapchat filter pictures? Okay, have one or two.
Show them who you are so that they know what they're getting.
Because you do know that you don't look like that in person. I've got a Facebook friend. It is bizarre that I know in person. Mm-hmm. All of her pictures are with a filter. When I tell you, she looks like a totally different person, and
I know someone like that.
Like all of her Facebook pictures she's using a filter. She does not look anything like her pictures at all in person. So I don't know what you think is going to happen when you meet this man as your real self.
Miko said, right, the filters don't follow you, ladies.
Right. You show up for dinner and he's like, what? Who you? So don't use a bunch of.
Want to be like, oh yeah. I mean, I know I put in a little pounds, girl. You a whole nother woman. What you mean?
Oh, you eat the person in the picture. So they also know that men know about angles, ladies. Men know that you are taking the camera and showing your angles because guess what I heard yesterday? They look at the size of your shoulder. They look at the size of your arm. They look at the size of your neck. And they know that everything else is big. So I don't understand when you are showing top up pictures and using angles. When you show up to dinner, 100 more pounds, like, and again, this is not shade, and this is not, I weigh 125 pounds. Oh, bitch, go eat a sandwich, eat a Big Mac. I understand. That is, I am sharing with you information that single men have shared with me about women on dating profiles. You own your own business. When you actually work a 9 to 5 and sell cupcakes on the side, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you present that you're this financially, right, be yourself.
Show your full body.
You have to have full body photos in your dating profile.
Because let me tell you what you do when you don't. You started out with trickery.
Right.
You started the introduction on a lie. That's really not you. Like, this is me. I just got back from vacation. I took my braids out and I haven't done my hair. And I don't have any makeup. I threw some gloss on my lips. I need you to see me this way before you see the made up me, because I'm not the lady at the I went to get my eyebrows waxed today, and she said, I never see you with makeup. Do you wear makeup? And I said, I usually wear makeup about twice a month. It's probably how often I have to, put makeup on. I work from home. Now, when I'm out on the road and I'm traveling more, then, sometimes I do more if it requires more. Sometimes it doesn't, but I never want you to meet me made up first. You're going to see several pictures, or it's going to be a FaceTime video or something. You're going to see me in my raw self. So hopefully for me, I feel like when I do walk in and I put on a little extra something will be like, oh, okay. I did something
and
extra.
The flip side of that, me, I'm always done.
Yeah.
I'm always done.
Absolutely.
However, it's not a magic trick. No. I don't have on 5 layers of makeup that when I wash my face, I look like a different person. I am very intentional.
It's part of what you do for a living. You're NPR, you're a public figure.
Right?
Yeah. And so you don't need to show up on camera ready for nothing.
And ladies, any suggestions for writing your online dating profiles? Absolutely. You know what? We're going to do a whole segment on that because I am the pro.
She is the pro. I have had her copy and paste her profiles and send them to me so I can adjust mine.
Jackie, women and dudes should be made to jump in a pool on the first day. I'm going.
I'm going. As long as they got drinks and it's a grill nearby, I'm going to the pool.
I'm always pool ready, baby. Guess what? I wear Chanel foundation. It's waterproof. And this wig glues so tight, baby.
Listen, with or without hair or makeup, I'm addicted to water. So
okay, I want to share really quickly, Jackie, what my current online profile says.
So good, y'all are gonna love this.
So my
look what Nico said.
Whatever floats in the pool is your fault. I'm like, excuse me, can you hand me that hair? Oh, can you give me that? Okay, my current online profile says this. I'm an empty nester that's finally free as a bird. I'm only attracted to strong, confident, even a little arrogant alpha males that understand the assignment. I'm not looking for anyone to pay my bills or take care of me. I do that all pretty well. You must, in all capital letters, be able to hold multifaceted conversations and challenge me mentally. I absolutely cannot be the smartest person in the room when it's just you and I together. Be flexible with your time and have the ability to get away with an airplane emoji. Don't take yourself so serious. I won't laugh. That's it.
Perfect.
That's who I am.
Now, here's the problem. Men will look at you and still want you because they don't all read, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So then they get there and they can't break the wall. And I'll say, well, did you read my profile?
Nope, they sent heart emojis because they looked at the pictures. And you can tell that immediately. And I don't even give those folks, thanks, Jackie says it's really nice. I don't give those folks, so quickly, because we got to talk about you. So I want to share with you a conversation that I've been having with a new person.
I want to hear.
Who's 40 years old.
A little young.
Okay. And I'm super, super interested
in. Is he local? Is he local?
He is, but travels a lot and in a different country every month.
Good.
Twice some months. So his opening was, hello, it'll be a pleasure to get to know you. I'm looking forward to intellectual conversation and great energy. What's your plans for the weekend, right? So I had to go to school. And I saw this, and my response is always, I'm so sorry, I don't check this often.
Right, yeah.
So he says, I don't check it as much as I should also. But if it's easier for us to exchange numbers, that would be great. Currently, I'm in, and he named the country that he was visiting for Carnival. May I ask what you are currently studying? Because I told him I was at school. And what do you do? What do you enjoy doing on your downtime? Right? These are good questions.
Great questions.
No, the questions get better. So I tell him, I'm finishing up my master's, doing this MBA, blah, 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 en route to my PhD, blah, blah, blah. He says, I love it and I'm extremely proud of you. I thought that was nice.
That was very nice. I love that.
Doing the damn thing. I did my master's in leadership, and now I'm doing my doctorate in organizational leadership. I have about 6 more classes to go after summer semester. On my downtime, I enjoy cooking, traveling, dancing, and good vibes. He says, what's your love language? What makes you happy?
I'm about to throw the whole computer off.
What's your love language?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is intention.
This intention. This is love.
But it's intention. Yes, we love it.
What makes you happy? Do you have a dream vacation? I said, you ask great questions. I love it. Let's see. I said, my love languages are gifts, physical touch, words of affirmation, all 3 in that order. I said, me and my family being happy and healthy with our needs met and being blessed with most of our wants makes me happy. I also like forehead kisses and having someone to tell me that everything's going to be okay, even if it's not, right? I answered your question. I said, my dream vacations are Bora Bora and Dubai. I said, I'm equally impressed with your schooling. Great job. I'm proud of you as well.
Yeah.
The things you do for fun, I also enjoy. I said, you answered the same questions. Are y'all ready?
I'm ready, baby. I stay ready for a good question.
Well, it's important to know if we have common interests in the beginning, very early. You are a mature lady. He's 40. So my question technique needs to be equally mature.
But on this app, it tells you the person's age. You can see he's 40. Okay, perfect. Okay.
He says, my love language is words of affirmation and physical touch, but sometimes act of service. This man ain't asking questions this intention. My love language is words of affirmation and physical touch, but sometimes acts of service will show up. I do love a submissive woman or not so overly aggressive. Intention. He let expectation, right? He says, my dream vacation is Bora Bora and Fiji Islands. I have visited Dubai a few times and I love it. When you travel, here comes more great questions. Y'all ready? When you travel, do you focus on food, culture, or history, or adventures?
Did you tell him? Did you tell him that you was ready to get married and tomorrow?
I almost put this Negro my ring size. He says, at this point in your life, what is one thing a man must bring to the table? If there are men,
this is a man asking you this question. A whole
40-year-old man.
You know why he's asking? Because he needs to know, am I qualified to be talking to her? You're just asking. There's no right or wrong.
What? I love him. So I say, I love your question so much.
Yes.
And I said, if you're interested and available now, I can answer these questions in a call because I'm driving back to Maryland right now. And we exchanged numbers. So then this grown man calls me.
Yes, Miko, he's 40.
With this St. Thomas accent.
We love an accent. Oh. Ooh, okay.
And let me see if because we talked and the conversation. Wait, I want to tell you that exactly. He is asking the right questions.
Mm-hmm.
When this has not happened to me in a very long time. Let me see what. I'm going to just share something else, and then we're going to move on. Because he asked me if I was.
My problem is scammers on online dating a red flag. The profile says in local area. Once you start talking, they are overseas on the piece mission. Right. So let me tell you how you get past that very quickly. If you find yourself interested, immediately ask for a phone number. If they send you a WhatsApp number or something with it, then you just block them or stop. You can just stop the conversation. But don't engage online for months.
No, I don't. You see how I could have kept texting. Self-care, something on the personal growth are the things that signal the energy in a relationship. We're going to hold that one, Andrea.
I think that part of the turn off with some people, and these are people who don't want to be in relationships or be committed, right? They're just out and having fun, which is fine. They tend not to ask questions because questions come with accountability, right?
Yep.
So if the conversation stays surface and nobody's prying, if he's not asking you anything to get to know you, then why is he there? Like, I'm not going to go to dinner with you 3-4 times and I ain't ask no questions. I have a lot of questions because you're a whole stranger. So I'm trying to.
No damn money. Don't send them no damn money.
I'm trying to get to know them. So if a man's not asking you any questions,
he don't know you. So he said to me, ladies, listen, because this was a nugget from a 40-year-old man. He said, men put us in 4 categories.
Ooh, wait a minute. Wait. I got to get my.
I'm going to try to remember because he said one was, I already know that I could spend the rest of my life with her.
Okay. Already now.
I am interested in getting to know her and and be with her for a while.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I only want to fuck her. Mm-hmm. And the 4th is I want nothing to do with her. Isn't that good?
When I say that's so good.
And he said,
that's so good.
Men that are with men for a very long time, waiting for them to marry, he's not going to do it.
Nope.
He's not going to do it because he already knows. He already knows either you are someone that he would marry, someone he just wants to be with for a long time, until something better happens because he believes that something better may be out there. He just want to hit it. That was golden.
And he may be waiting for better and better just hasn't come. But you're not everything he wants, though.
How about that? Danielle, the sad part is that we as women are accustomed to these lazy approaches to connection. And that's why we're here every week, Danielle, because we don't. We don't have to settle. You can absolutely have what you want. So he asked me later, he asked, when's my next trip and where? And I said, I'm going to Paris for Christmas. Unless, of course, because he travels every month. Unless, of course, something happens with us and that goes somewhere sooner. He said, great answer, right? So we had such a great conversation. He said things like, in the conversation part, you should, in the dating part, you should know immediately how somebody handles conflict.
Yes.
When I got off the phone with him, ladies, I needed a cigarette.
Was he on eHarmony? I need to go over there and check my messages.
Facebook dating.
You told me Facebook dating. You told me.
The last few people that I have gone out with came from Facebook dating.
And see, remember I told you I got on Facebook dating before the pandemic. And it was
right. And I told you also I was not interested. I was like, I'm not going no damn Facebook dating because one, if anyone's ever listened to me, I don't do free dating apps because I think that like Match.com, eHarmony, if the least you know is he got a bank account, he got at least a debit card. I don't give us a Cash App card. The Negro had to have a card to open this dating profile. So I never did free apps. But Facebook dating, outside of him, 2 weeks ago, I got a PhD, MD, Facebook dating. The guy I have been getting to know asked me what he could do or stop doing to support my trauma healing journey, girl. Woo! See?
I love that.
Oh, Danielle! That's some good stuff. Women, stop settling for what's your favorite color? What's your favorite movie? What kind of music you like?
What kind of food you eat? What's your dream house?
Go Spades plus lots of thirsty men on that. Go Spades. I never even heard of that.
What does it say?
I guess that's an app.
Oh, I never heard of that.
Well, ladies, a man told me today about Zeusk. I never heard of Zeus. And he said he went there because that is an app known for people who want to be in long-term relationships. So Zeusk, I think that's what he said it was called. And the person that he's currently dating, and his professional,
they met on Zeusk.
It's a catch, and he met this girl on Zeusk, and they are. What's your sign? What's your sign? And what Zeusk? There it is, Zoosk. Look, Zeus about to have a whole bunch of new profiles tonight.
And you know what? When a man asks me my sign, I say I'm a Taurus and I'm a full-blooded Taurus.
A lot of white men on Zeus. There are a lot of white men on every app. And another thing that this 40-year-old said to me, he's only interested in black women, even though he's educated and traveled and has money. And he believes that because he was raised by a single woman, and black women were with him in different capacities during the struggle. Once he's got to share that with a black woman only. I'm not interested in dating a white man. Y'all know I've been there, done that. No.
Okay, wait. So have you guys video chatted, FaceTimed, or anything? Like, have you seen him yet?
Oh no, he was in St. Thomas this week.
Oh, okay.
So we've done current pictures, like what you doing? Right. And I found his Facebook page, and that's quite difficult to do. That's quite difficult to do. But when you see that you've got, it takes some. What
do you mean it's difficult to do?
It's quite difficult to find the person's actual Facebook page.
Oh, until you have their real name. Yeah.
Right. And he has a unique name, so he was easy to find. I found that doctor's page, so I do the people that I'm interested in. I go and see. I was going to say one other thing before we move on. I'm having a really good time. So this week, just to catch up real quick on my little dates, this is a preface to another thing that he and I talked about, because I always say this, and I always said it before Date 'Em All Sis. I don't believe that you can get the full experience out of when you're interested in someone if you're diluting that by dating other people. I think that. If I've got 3 dates this week, I'm giving you what's left. I I can't show up 100% of myself everywhere. You get 30%, you get 30%. So
Absolutely.
when I am interested in a person, I stop.
Mm-hmm.
And I put, not all of my eggs in a basket, but all of my interest and intention, my intention and attention, and the one, because I believe just that. Like if I want everything that I can from you, I need to show up as all of me, and I'm interested in showing up as all of me here. And I've not wanted to do that for a while.
I think the second half of what we're talking about when we say intention versus attention, ladies, you have got to figure out what you want, because you cannot keep changing your needs midway through the process.
Yeah.
Right? So if you come off, you're strong, independent, I got it, I'm gonna pay bills, boom, boom, and then 6 months into dating, you gotta catch up on the mortgage, catch the car, take care of the kids or something, then you should have shared with him that you needed help. And I'm not saying in the beginning, but whatever you introduce
from the gas station. Tina, you missed him.
That was last week.
This was.
That must have been last week when I wasn't here. Who was the guy from the gas
It was
station?
Thursday. It was Thursday or Friday. Okay. Quickly. It must have been Friday. It wasn't Friday. I think it was Thursday. So I'm literally running to my office because there's a crisis. And when I tell you, I really had out heels. I had a nice outfit out, and I was like, I'm not putting on all this shit. I'm just gonna run to the office, and I threw on sweats, bright big bird yellow Crocs, a hoodie, threw a Chanel bag, crossbody, jumped in my car, and I'm driving down 95, and there's this Rolls Royce, and I'm talking to Andrea on FaceTime, my daughter, and I was like, this Rolls Royce is nice, and right, and it's got really, really dark tinted windows, but I can see through the tint that he's big, he's black, and I can see his watch through his watch. And I was like, it's probably an athlete, right? Because he looked like he was big, like a football player. And my hot ass, I told my daughter, I was like, if I get his attention, I'm gonna blow a kiss. I'm 51 years old. So I look over, he looks at me, and I go, right, hand off the steering wheel, everything. And he puts his window down, and he catches the kiss.
Oh,
and he's get off the next accident. And the music producer. So I'm like, he told me to get off the exit. I'm scared, but you just started this shit now.
Right.
So he gets in front of me and he starts motioning with his arm, like, go over. But then he must have realized he's from New Jersey, I'm from Maryland, and he told me to get in front so I could leave. Right? So I get in front and I'm like, there's a gas station. I'm going somewhere like highly visible.
Right.
Traffic. And there's a rural farm. So we get to the rural farm, Tina, and this man gets out of the car and he's got on all this jewelry. One says, I am hip hop, like all this, like, the rapper shit, all this stuff, big old watch, bracelets, like he's got all this stuff on, big gold, like gazelles, like, and he tells me his name, and I didn't share like any details. And he's Rick Ross's partner in something, and he's here going to DC to meet an artist. So he's in the music industry, blah, blah, blah. And so we take pictures. We have this impromptu hood-ass photo shoot at the gas station.
I love it.
Hey, Juliet, my love. And so he asked the little boy, we're at Royal Farm. So the little boy was sweeping the gas station. So hey, dude, can you take these pictures for us? So the little boy comes and takes the pictures. Then after he takes the pictures, little boy says, can I have a picture? And he says, sure. And he says, I am. And the little boy says, well, I knew who you were as soon as you stepped out the car.
Okay.
Really was. So then he took a picture with the little boy, and then he tips the little boy $100 for taking the pictures. and then gives me $100 to reimburse me for my gas. So that's it. So Miko, the question is, and even though I said, stay tuned, date them all, sis, that wasn't anyone that I'd be interested in dating. And
Right.
like, jokingly, you just said earlier, oh, if you're an entertainer or a basketball player, I ain't got no interest for nobody. I got to worry about trying to fuck the video chick. So
my thing is not even the fucking the video chick. I'm at the age where I know I can't give you all of that. Like I spend time in that space, so I know what those men require. No different from when women say they want to marry a preacher. I'm like, well, I don't know why you would want to do that. Like that comes with a lot of stuff too. I just know the age I'm at, I wouldn't be good for that type of person.
Yeah. So this week, we went out again with the dude that bought me the Jimmy Choo perfume on the first date.
What, date 4 or 5?
Maybe 5. Yeah, but he's not consistent. His intentionality is whack. When I see him, we have a good time, but
when
that's
you don't,
not anywhere that I want to be. But I wanted to eat crabs, and if dealing with a man, I straight ask him what it is that he wants, so I'll know if I can comply. Other than that, it took me 6 months to get to know you, and then the other 6 months to get to know the other person, because they don't always show you who they are in this weekend.
Okay, so Kim, I have a good pointer for you. You're not necessarily asking a man what he wants.
Right, because he's going to tell you what he thinks you want to hear.
Yeah, so you have to know what you want and then ask questions that he can answer. That not like, don't be simple with the questions. Just like
I say, I like your fat ass and I just want to fuck you.
Yeah, he's never gonna come out and say that. So I ask questions like, have you ever been married?
Is there a show after us? Because can we keep going?
You want to ask like, are you?
Just checking to see if we can keep going because we're on the roll. We're an hour in.
Have you ever been married?
Right.
Yeah, have you ever been married? Do you have any kids? Like, did you go to school? Like,
ladies, don't ask them what they are looking for.
You ask
them what they want with you.
Because your role is to figure out if this is who you want, not to figure out if you're what they want.
Right.
That's on them to figure that out.
Huge mistake we make. No. You need to know what you want, and they need to be able to answer the question. So it ain't taking you 6 months, baby. It ain't taking 6 months to find out who these people are. And I do not believe that you meet a representative. I believe that we always meet the authentic person. I
think we always introduce a representative too, because I don't show up with all my wounds and
right, scars. Exactly. That's what it is.
On my sleeve either, but I show up as Tina.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. So it's not taking. Oh, Kim, you're very welcome. Yep. So know what you want. Set your standards. Set your expectations. Listening is much better. Everything you need to know is generally in the early stages of conversation, and that's coming from a man.
Absolutely.
You hear that, Kim? Listen. And hear what they're not saying. And again, we're talking about intention and attention. And don't be afraid to ask questions. Because they ain't no hard questions.
If a man tells you he's been divorced, there is nothing wrong with you asking him why and what was his role in the failed marriage and what is his existing relationship with his ex-wife, and if they have children, are you all co-parenting well? If those are difficult questions, you don't need to be talking about.
Need to be there.
These are basic questions that anybody would ask.
Yep. Good stuff. We're here to help, baby. We're here to help. So we dating them all, so you don't have to. So we did that, and then we also went out for the 5th time with the one that we bar hopped with that first date.
Oh yeah, the fun guy. Yeah.
He's still fun, and it's funny. I'm going to say this and then shut the fuck up so you can tell us what the fuck happened on your date.
No, we're going to hold it until next week because I can't keep going.
Okay. So this guy, this is also the one. Remember, I said I was going to fall back because I realized that I was calling him and I was initiating. Oh, what are you doing this week? And so then he said, I'll do better. So ladies, this is what happened. I said so a guy called me and I said, oh, I wasn't going to call you anymore because I realized that I was the one initiating every phone call. And he says, oh, I'm so sorry. I'll do better. Right? Okay. And so he did that. But then this past week, I had a work week from hell. I was at the office like really late for like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I had all of these missed assignments for school. On one night I sat and I did 11 assignments for school. I had all this stuff going on. So he would call or text and I was telling him, oh, I had a bad day, or, I had this going on. And ladies, his responses weren't supportive. And I noticed that. So
that means he's a taker. He needs you to, he's coming to get and not to give.
So that's what I thought. So some men are poor communicators. So I said to him, I had a long day and I've got all the schoolwork to do. And his response was, get some rest. I was like, nigga, I ain't got time to rest. I just said I got all the schoolwork to do. So my thing was he didn't hear me. Right? So he calls the other day and he says, I miss you. And I was like, what? He was like, you told me that you had all the, you're having a tough time at work and you had all the schoolwork. And, I didn't want to. No, listen. He said, I really didn't want to bother you because when you said you had all the schoolwork to do, like, I know that you needed to be focused. So I wasn't going to be selfish and be like, hey, you want to go have a drink or whatever. Like, I really wanted you to focus. And I thought that was cool. And then he said, that was cool. And it made me think about, because I'm so quick to cut people, it was like, that made a little bit of sense. It wasn't like total bullshit, but it was enough to listen. And then he was like, do you want to go out on whatever day? Yesterday. And I said, sure. And we went out again and we had a great time. So what I know from him, even through that though, what I needed in those moments, I didn't get, right? And we always have a good time and he's fun. And that is all I can expect from that person.
And there's nothing wrong with that. And
that's not where I want to hang my hat, right? So I think we did a great job talking about intention and attention. What we did not talk about is Tina's week-long date in Mexico. So we got a lot of people here. Good. Because ladies, you need to be here next Sunday at 8:30. When I'll shut up, so we can hear how we step our dating game up from not crabs and bar hopping, but Tina went on a week-long date in Mexico and had to buy a suitcase on her trip just to bring back all the gifts this man bought while she was away, including that diamond tennis bracelet on her between the Cartier bracelets. So if you want to know how you stop going to hopping on
who's going to IHOP?
Next Sunday, 8:30, Climbing Out podcast, where we talk about date 'em all, sis. I am your host, Erica Alston Buck. That is my beautiful co-host, Tina DeVoe, and we will see you next Sunday, 8:30. Date 'em all, sis. Tell me all about it. Bye.
Bye.